Join me as I dive into the world of sports and challenge myself, act to the most controversial calls that have fans going wild. There's nothing quite like the thrill of watching your favorite team take the field, court, or rink, and the rush of adrenaline that comes with it. But when a questionable call is made, that excitement can quickly turn to outrage and frustration. We've all been there, screaming at the refs, wondering how they could possibly make such a mistake. And it's not just us fans, even the players and coaches get in on the action, arguing with officials and sometimes even getting ejected from the game. So, what is it about these controversial calls that gets us so riled up? Take, for example, the infamous Deflategate scandal that rocked the NFL a few years back. Tom Brady and the Patriots were accused of intentionally deflating footballs to gain a competitive advantage, and the fallout was massive. Fans were divided, with some calling for Brady's suspension and others defending their star quarterback. The media had a field day, with pundits and analysts weighing in on the controversy. And even though the Patriots were ultimately docked a draft pick and fined, the debate raged on. Or how about the time the Chicago Cubs' Addison Russell was called out at the plate in Game 7 of the 2016 World Series, only for the replay officials to declare him safe? That call sparked a heated discussion about the use of instant replay in baseball, with some arguing it took away from the human element of the game. Meanwhile, others saw it as a necessary step to ensure fair play. Whatever your stance, there's no denying the emotional roller coaster that comes with these kinds of calls. Then there was the time the Sacramento Kings' Nemanja Bjelica was fouled on a game-tying three-point attempt with just seconds left on the clock, only for the refs to inexplicably wave off the call. The Kings were robbed of a crucial free throw, and their fans were left seething. It's moments like these that make you wonder if the refs are even paying attention. On social media, the reaction is often immediate and brutal. Fans take to Twitter to vent their frustrations, often with hilarious memes and snarky commentary. Others start petitions, demanding that the league take action against the offending officials. And of course, there are the armchair quarterbacks, who claim they could have made the call better themselves, whatever the outlet. It's clear that these controversial calls bring out the passion in all of us. But it's not just about the calls themselves. It's about the culture surrounding them. Sports bars erupt in chaos, with fans yelling at the TVs and high-fiving each other over disputed plays. Online forums light up with debate and discussion, as fans dissect every angle and replay ad nauseam. It's a collective experience, one that brings us all together in our shared love of the game. Take the 2019 NFC Championship game, for example. The Los Angeles Rams faced off against the New Orleans Saints, and the game looked like it was all but over when Saints wide receiver Tommy Lewis was blatantly interfered with on a third down play. But the refs didn't call it, and the Rams went on to win in overtime. The fallout was unprecedented, with Saints fans taking to the streets in protest and even filing a lawsuit against the NFL. It was one of those moments that makes you wonder if the refs are more incompetent or just plain evil. The same game also saw the Rams' nickel Roby Coleman admit to committing pass interference on the very same play, and yet the refs still refused to call it. It was like they were trolling the Saints and their fans, rubbing salt in the wound. Needless to say, the reaction was fierce, with pundits calling for the refs' heads and fans demanding change. In another example, the 2015 NBA Finals saw the Cleveland Cavaliers' LeBron James get away with a blatant block on the Golden State Warriors' Andre Iguodala, with the refs somehow missing the call. The Warriors would go on to win the series, but not before the Cavs fans cried foul, pun intended. It's amazing how one call can flip the script on an entire game. These moments highlight the significance of officiating in sports. A single call can change the course of history, and the controversy that follows can be a major distraction. But despite the drama, it's clear that these calls bring out the best in us: our passion, our dedication, and our unwavering love for the game. In the end, it's all about the thrill of the game and the controversy that comes with it. Love them or hate them, these calls make sports what they are: a wild, unpredictable ride that we can't get enough of. So, what's your take on the most controversial calls in sports? Have you ever been left seething over a blown call? Or maybe even celebrating a questionable one? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to check out my next video where I'll be diving into even more epic fails and controversies in the world of sports.